Okay, this is our Let's Play Broken Sword. This is episode 10.
10, isn't that a baker's dozen?
No. If that's a baker's dozen, you've been cheated by your baker. Did you keep your receipts?
Pretty sure baker's dozen. They told me it was 10.
What is a regular dozen?
12.
So why would the baker's dozen, wouldn't adding a prefix make it more special, not less so?
No, they're letting you know that because of the extra work, they can't make as many. That's what they told me at Krispy Kreme.
You work at it's a chain
Yeah.
with many employees.
Yeah.
How many times have you got a baker's dozen in your life?
I mean, every week, like Monday mornings, I take
Shit.
donuts.
For how many years?
Oh, I don't know, since I started my job.
So that was
my current job.
3-4 years ago?
It's been like 3.5 years.
3.5 years. So every Monday, 3.5 years.
It's like 200 weeks.
They owe you at least 2 donuts a day. But if it's a real baker's dozen, they owe you 3 donuts a day.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
So if Jason started working there 4 years ago, and he's gone and got only 10 donuts every day for 4 years, how many donuts do they owe him? Please fill your answer in your copybook and give it to your teacher at the end of this class. So, I guess we go talk to this goofy-looking Muppet.
Hi, my name's George Stobart.
Really? If you wish to make an appointment, see the receptionist.
I'm looking for a guy named Jacques Marquet.
In which department does he work?
He doesn't. He's a patient.
I see.
We've already had this conversation here.
Thanks
Fuck
for your
this
help.
guy.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir.
Is this the Hagenmeyer Clinic?
That's correct.
I thought I was in a garden center.
Is he talking to the right
fine.
character?
They were my idea. A little greenery to evoke the spirit of nature. How may I help you?
It's like straight down there, and she's got frizzy.
She's got Murder Face's haircut. How can I help you, asshole?
You know, I want to give.
Get out of my fucking hospital!
I want to give him props. That's about the first interaction with a woman where he's not awkwardly said something right off the bat.
Probably because he's not attracted to this mess of a haircut.
Hey, Jason, I'm going to give you props. What do you think this clown nose is? What do you think this tool is used for?
Can I shake your hand?
Wait, you're asking me to shake my... But I've got a buzzer in it. Why would you want to do that?
And he has all the props. You clearly don't get what this bit's about.
Would you like to snort this cocaine?
So you just...
Okay, let's just go to hospitals and pick up the staff. They're into it. I mean, all
You gotta work a lot of hours.
If Nicolas Cage movies taught me anything, that everyone driving the ambulances are on amphetamines.
Is this plaster any use to you?
I'm allergic to plaster.
It's nose plaster. That's what we call it.
spray it in their face.
Sorry, that was a tongue twister. Ambulance amphetamines, ambulance amphetamines, ambulance amphetamines, ambulance amphetamines.
Have you seen this man here at the clinic?
No, sir. And I never forget a face.
You sound oddly cold and insincere for someone who has such a happy demeanor and a bubbly attitude.
What does this false nose remind you of?
Oh, it's a clown's nose.
That's a strange French accent you got there, Missy.
Can you think of any use for this greasy tissue?
I guess you could use it to baste a roast turkey.
Do they not afford to get everyone into one sound booth for just a day?
I'm strangely concerned. That's not a French accent. She sounds. Is it just me, or does she sound like she's Southern?
She sounds
Like,
Like
it's a clown's nose.
yeah, like slightly southern.
Then why would you? I mean, I know she's not a doctor, but it's weird for a foreigner to work in a foreign hospital.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't seen a single foreigner
I'd like to
in this
shake you
entire
by
game,
the
except
hand.
for our main
Don't be
character.
fresh, young man.
Have you heard of the Club Alamut?
No. It sounds romantic, doesn't it?
Ugh.
Yes, the romance is just dripping off every syllable.
Look at this ID pass.
So you're Merlin. Marquet's been asking for you.
For me?
Yes. He was shouting your name when they brought him in here. Now, let me see. He was on Ward B12, as I recall. Oh, he's being transferred to... Oh dear. He's on Ward J2. That's... Nurse Grendel's ward.
See, that's the face she should have the entire time.
I'm pretty sure she's taken voice acting lessons from RoboCop. It's so bad.
It's really weird that she has a ponytail in the game sprite, but then her talking sprite is just a mess. Like a clump of hair. It looks like the borders to a country.
Looks like a chia pet. It looks like a Brillo pad someone took a bite out of.
No, it's a chia pet where they've only spread the seed on, but no grass has started to grow yet.
It's like a fro, but she's battling male pattern baldness in the back.
What does this tool suggest to you?
Is it a crack detector?
Huh?
Polar explorers use them to poke about in the snow.
Oh no.
Are you going to tell me what it is?
You're wrong.
Speaking of crack,
What does this gem
what's this
suggest to
powder?
you?
I advise you not to flash that around.
French people are greedy son of bitches.
What's so bad about Nurse Grendel?
She runs that ward like a South American prison.
Keeping a well-disciplined ward isn't a crime, is it?
Well disciplined. In the discipline and punishment stakes, she'd whip the butt off the Marquis de Sade.
I'm sure he actually might enjoy
I
that.
mean, everything is done to a strict routine. 6 o'clock alarm call, 6:10 bowel movements, and woe betide anyone who doesn't have a result.
At 7 o'clock, she goes into a meat hall and kills 30 Thanes.
She sounds like a
Just
real
rip your arm
nightmare.
off.
And then some.
If Nurse Grendel is that bad, how come the authorities tolerate her?
Because she's a
Like
fucking
part of the
troll!
furniture.
I was beginning to get the picture. This woman was jealous, with a big green capital J. How do I find Nurse Grendel's ward?
Down the
So I think
corridor on the
envy
left.
is the green
Turn right
one.
and
I know
see
they're
your
basically the same
consultant's
thing,
watchman.
but they're not the same
Right
one.
again at the executive
I just
coffee
say
lounge.
follow the trail of blood
Turn
and the
left
putrid
past the
smell of
administrative
rotting
sauna.
flesh.
And turn left at the end.
Then there's a cave, you gotta hold your breath as you go down.
Good luck.
You'll find a golden sword. Watch out, his mother's a real ornery son of a bitch. Now, bonsoir, monsieur. Bonsoir, sweetie pie.
Thanks for your help, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Bonsoir, Bonsoir, you old orny cowpoke.
As I turned the corner, I saw the source of the hellish noise which echoed through the corridors.
Another
It
escaped
was an
mental patient
industrial
from
polishing
sanitarium.
machine with an odd-looking guy in tow.
Is he mopping with a toilet filled with urine?
He looked blissfully happy, for no apparent reason.
Excuse me, sir, don't you know that you're poor?
What's that?
I said hello.
Oh, hiya.
I'd like to talk to you for a minute.
That's what I thought you said. Don't look so down in the mouth. No matter how bad things seem, I never let life get on top of me.
Oh, yeah? What's your secret?
Why, it's easy. All you have to do is smile and whistle this little tune.
Always
You know what?
look on the
You start
bright
whistling,
side
I'll
of
bust you in the
life.
teeth.
Doo-doot, doo-doot, doot,
It's a
doo-doot.
deal.
Do any of us know how to whistle?
No.
I know how, I just can't do it. That guy looks like a monastery monk up in
Yeah.
the right-hand corner, doesn't he?
I don't know.
Or he's wearing a napkin.
I was gonna say, you about done with my napkin? I was about to say he looks like one of those people that thought they were gonna go on the Hale Bop comet when they all drank poisonous punch. Oh god, what were they called? Those nut jobs. Who were totally right, by the way. They got to go to heaven because they got to write a comet.
Do you recognize this?
How'd you like to
cover?
sweep this up? Just
Is that dandruff?
No way.
It sure looks like dandruff.
It's plaster.
He's scared of
Ugh.
dandruff.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
Who is it?
That's what I'm asking you. Have you seen him before?
How should I know? You haven't told me who he is.
Take a look at the photo.
Yeah.
Is this Carl
Okay.
Pilkington's dad?
Now, have you seen him before?
He's got an oddly round head.
No.
Take a look at this red nose.
Are you a policeman?
No, this is a clown's nose, not a policeman's.
I'm not even gonna question.
In France, are all the policemen clowns?
I feel like they're having two different conversations.
What does this tissue...
They got all the pages of the script
You
mixed
have a
up.
cold. What you
No, wait, I'm not
need
supposed to
is
say that
vitamin
yet.
C.
Would you like to shake my hand?
Not until I've washed, if you don't mind, sir.
Why would you wash my hand?
I've got urine all over my hands because of me John Thomas.
Would this tool be any use to you?
No, sir. Mr. Shiny has no user-serviceable parts.
I know, I've tried to fuck it
Whatever
several
that means.
times.
Do you recognize this matchbook?
You should never, ever play with matches.
I know that, but...
People get hurt when they do. They end up in hospital, like the burger lady. She was so burned up, they didn't know whether to use bandages or onions.
Bandages. It's a hospital. Why would they even have onions?
Dr. Shrek, paging Dr. Shrek.
Do you recognize this pass?
No, I don't. Should I?
No, but I wondered if you'd seen a stranger flashing it about.
No, sir. But if I had, Mr. Shiny would take care of him.
Anyone else imagining Max Loughton from Sanitarium covered in onions now instead of bandages?
What do you think of this, Sam?
Oh, boy. What is it?
A priceless gemstone found in a medieval castle in Ireland. Get me into Marquet's ward, and it's yours.
Are you
I
fucking
don't word you.
serious?
If this gem was yours, you'd be able to buy 100 Mr. Shinies.
Don't be silly. There's only one Mr. Shiny.
Wow. So, is this game... I know it has total disdain for the working class, but is that a way of kind of like saying that the reason why poor people are poor is because they like have no need for money? Like, oh, I love being a janitor.
They're enlightened.
It's all I need. It's all. it's like
They've reached the next level.
So you're saying
They've reached Nirvana.
this is kind of like the art of Zen and motorcycle repairers, except it's the art of Zen and floor waxing.
Shinies.
Your life is like a moth.
Why are you going to ask him what he looks like with hair?
Do you know where I'd find a patient called Marquet?
No, I'm not allowed on the wards with Mr. Shiny.
Have you seen any unsavory characters lurking about in the quarters?
In this
No,
anime,
sir, I haven't.
Do you
But
think
I've
these
got
characters
nothing
would
to
do well
worry
in their
about.
own game, separate from
What
Mario and
about
Luigi?
Mr. Shiny? You'd take good care of the rascals, I'll bet you would. With a friend like him, I've no fear of oppressors.
It must be a great comfort.
He is.
Mr. Shiny plans on killing the Queen Mummy, does!
Would Mr. Shiny be your polishing machine by any chance?
Yes, George, you fucking
Please,
idiot!
Don't call him that. He's more of a friend than a machine. I've
What's
had
that,
Mr.
Plank?
Shiny for 3 years, and he's never let me down once.
Just you wait, George is going to be on the ground about to be stabbed by the killer, and Mr. Shiny's going to do an air assassination.
How come you got so attached to a polishing machine?
I asked you not to call him that. He's got a name, you know.
I used to be
Yeah,
good friends with a
Shiny.
vacuum cleaner,
Just
but
that
he was
You think
a
he's
creepy
God, don't
fellow.
you? I don't mind. The rest of the staff think I'm twisted. I heard them snorking behind me back when I gave Mr. Shiny his weekly
Is that the
pull
proper use of
through.
snorking? I thought snorking was how mommy and daddy made baby snorks.
See you later.
Yeah, take care now.
I found All-Star in the Bloom closet, snorking away! I can't believe I know a name of a snork.
Hey now, you can't go in there.
How come?
I'm responsible for the contents of that cupboard.
Okay. Let's take this guy's only friend away from him, shall we?
Taking him off life
As I
support,
tugged
you
the plug out of
monster.
the socket, the polishing machine coughed, spluttered, and died.
George Stobart just killed the real protagonist of this game.
It just turned off, you know. You could not be so
Mr.
goddamn
Shiny,
dramatic.
What's wrong, pal?
Don't leave me. Ever since Cynthia died, you're all I have.
Quick, can you hide or something?
You're all I have in this world, Mr. Shiny.
Now when he comes around the corner,
Oh God, I killed my son. I'm all remembering it now. I'm a murderer. So this will make the second time George Stobart has impersonated a doctor. Or are we up to 3? I can't remember.
well, it's just more experience to add to the resume.
No, wait. It was medical doctor, then professor, then medical doctor again.
Also, don't forget electrician.
Electrician, yes, of course. And private eye
so
on numerous occasions.
Now you can go left because
And reporter.
your credentials are embedded
Good
in
afternoon,
that
Doctor.
jacket you're wearing.
Is this
I don't know.
Ward J2?
Yes, sir. The patients are ready for your inspection, Doctor.
How come I've never seen you
thank you,
before in my
nurse.
20 years of
You
working
need
at this hospital?
Doctor.
Especially because I'm supposed to be the most militaristic. Shouldn't I have like a routine
She gave me
schedule
a
or something?
long, narrow metal box.
Also a French
and
accent.
a stunning smile. Thanks.
Could you take a look at the client in bed number 3 now? His name is Eric Sopmarsh.
Wow, is he in the hospital for having the worst name in all in all of Europe?
He just can't recover from it.
He's come down with bad name syndrome.
He's come in 3 times. We've tried to give name reconstructive surgery, but it just keeps coming back worse.
Is that guy one of the 2 creators of Phineas and Ferb? Sopmarsh.
Ah, George Stobart.
Do you have any clowns on the ward?
Why, yes, we do. A professional clown.
I'll bet he
I
likes
told you
the
Patch
place up.
Adams was in this game.
Monsieur Boissy has been in a coma for the last 3 months.
Oh God, no! Fucking Christ! They got that wrong. Okay, for one, that's not even the same movie, and for 2, he's supposed to be the doctor, not the guy in the coma. The guy in the coma was Robert De Niro, not Robin Williams. Just
Robin De Niro.
Robert De Niro. Sorry.
There was a screw up in the translation there.
Do you have a patient named Marquet on this ward?
Oui, monsieur. He is in the private room at the end of the ward. He has been placed in strict isolation.
The end of the world?
He's in Colchis at the end of the world, getting the golden fleece.
What's wrong with Boissy?
He was involved in a very nasty accident. A silly stunt involving a unicycle. His current condition is due to post-traumatic shock.
Did he try to
It's
swallow it?
unlikely he'll ever
A la
perform
Krusty
as
the
a clown
Clown?
again.
It's an ill wind that blows nobody any good. Why is Marquet in quarantine?
If you wish to know more, you'll have to speak to Herr Hagenmeier. All I know is that Marquet's
Inventor
room
of the
is
hot
strictly
dog.
out of bounds.
Do you know who paid for Marquet's room?
No, of course I don't.
Preferential treatment like that must cost an arm and a leg.
That's not my concern, monsieur.
Excuse me, are you just Black Nico? Doesn't she kind of also... Am I just being racist towards French people? But when we said, no, of course I don't. Where have I heard that exact same phrasing before? Diddle-doo, 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 diddle-doo.
I'm just thinking this guy's going to be a lot easier to track down if they've already taken an arm and a leg. It's not going to be much for us to do.
Also, I think that yet again we have a problem where the portrait doesn't match up. Like, she ages a good 40 years coming from here to here. This is like a 57-year-old woman, and this is a girl like right out of high school.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, I don't.
Also, this woman down here has giant weightlifter arms.
Do you recognize the...
No.
Okay, do you recognize his clown's nose?
He's not even going to ask.
Trying to score here.
He's just giving
Do
up.
you recognize this tissue?
Wait, why is
Us?
It looks like a
Well, yeah, you've had it in your inventory quite a
I've been
while.
carrying it around for days and I'm okay.
Oh god, he's Guybrush Threepwooding. No, George, it's out of your league.
Would you like to shake hands with me?
He thinks just because he has blonde
That's
hair.
okay, forget it. Does
Oh,
this
George, you
gem
seemed
mean
into it.
anything to you?
It's beautiful, but I've never seen it before.
What is this device?
It's for taking the patient's blood pressure.
Are you
Doctor.
fucking retarded?
Do
And
you
she's
know Merlin of Gruber Electronics?
she doesn't even
No,
question
I
that.
don't.
Does this mean anything to you?
The Club Alamut? I've never heard of it.
Does this tool mean anything to you?
I don't recognize it.
She was a little tired on that last one. Excuse me, doctor, I hate to ask, but do you have a license to practice medicine in
nurse.
Europe? I can't quite place your accent. Oh, hi, guy.
Doctor!
Oh, God.
That guy needs something over there. I think he's dying.
What is it?
You haven't taken my blood pressure.
He must enjoy it. This is the only physical contact I get anymore.
Is taking blood pressure really a doctor's job? Isn't that usually what the nurses do?
Seems fine to me.
You're not doing it right.
Of course I am.
The jig is up, George!
You're not. Dr. Monroe never did it like that.
He put it
I
down
can't take
lower.
breathing while you're excited like this. Come
Oh!
back later.
Okay, let's try it one more time.
Hello? Anybody home?
Who are you?
My name is Dr. Stowbar, and I'm here to steer
Don't
you down
use
the
your
rocky
real
road to recovery.
Dr. Monroe said there was no cure for what I've got.
Your problem is you stayed in bed too long.
Are you
my
sure
God.
you're a qualified doctor?
He's going to give hope to
Better
the
believe it.
hopeless. What a
I'm going to
fucking
take your blood
monster.
pressure.
Why?
I'm a doctor. It's my job.
I'm pretty sure there's no cure for AIDS.
Seems fine to me.
You're not doing it right.
Okay, so I gotta go to medical school, learn how to do blood pressure properly, then come back and solve this puzzle. So we said originally 20 episodes. So medical school is normally 8 years, 12 if we want to become a specialist. So
And we're gonna have to work a lot of part-time jobs to get the
oh
cash
god,
for that.
yeah. So we won't be done this Let's Play till God, probably in the
2024.
quite a long
What's your
while.
impression of Nurse Grendel?
She's a very efficient young woman.
Efficient? You make her sound like a vacuum cleaner.
I've no complaints.
I happen to like vacuum cleaners.
What can you
Almost
tell
as
me
much as
about
Mr.
Marquet?
Shiny.
He's the man in the private room.
I'm a member of the First Church of
That room is
Appliantology,
mine
if you get my drift.
tossed out like a common squatter.
Crow!
Do you know what's wrong with Marquet?
They won't even say what's wrong with me. Tell me, doctor.
He has a case of the
What's
blues.
your opinion?
It's too early to say.
We never
I've
diagnosed till
been
after
here
lunch.
for 3 months.
The woman in reception described Nurse Grendel as a monster.
Well, that's simply not true.
I mean, she
quite
is a
strict,
troll, and
but that's her
the
job.
technical definition, but other than
You've
that,
got to
she's
have discipline
charming.
in a place like this.
I mean, she did kill 30 Thanes, but they had it coming. What with the carousing and singing.
Have you heard of a guy called Merlin?
No, doctor.
I'm attracted to you because of that.
Do you recognize this red nose?
Doesn't that belong to Boissy?
No. I found it in a sewer.
He's
That's
a
from the
clown,
French
you know.
translation of the One
You wouldn't
Piece
think so to
script,
look
right?
at him now.
Boissy the clown?
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, doctor. Who is it?
A cold-blooded killer.
Oh, right, that's why I'm in the hospital. I was stabbed several times. Thank you for jogging my memory.
Do you know
This
what
is the guy that's gonna
It
pull the
looks
plug
like
off your
cotton.
life support if you don't stop acting up.
Do you know what this tool is used for?
I'd rather not, doctor.
Too bad, bend over. I'm the doctor here.
Have you ever heard of the Club Alamut?
I'm not really a nightclub man, doctor.
Considering I'm clinging to life in a hospital bed.
Does this gem mean anything to you?
No, doctor.
You don't know. Could have been on his bucket list.
I'm going to take your blood pressure.
Why?
I'm a doctor.
Let's keep doing it till we get it right. Is that Hitler back there? He keeps saying Heiling.
Chris, I know
Just gonna digitally draw a little mustache.
in these types of games, practice does not make perfect.
Seems fine to me.
Okay,
You're not doing it
I have
right.
very bad vision, but is that a roast turkey in the third bed? Like, we got the bald guy, we got sassy Hitler, and then we just have, the fridge is full.
Have you any idea what this is?
No, doctor. I wouldn't even like to guess.
Well, too bad. This is what your lungs look like. There is no hope for
Are you trying to stop his heart now? Okay,
not.
good. I was about to say, oh my
Now,
gosh.
Come back later.
So, let's see. Maybe you can sneak into the secret room Except that lady's watching you. I don't know if that makes a difference.
Oh, Doctor.
What now?
You didn't finish taking my blood.
I've done it 4 fucking times!
Maybe you need to ask the nurse or something?
You fussy, limey
Okay,
bastard.
Let's try again.
No, let's...
Why are there so many British people in this hospital? And why are all British people in this game either pompous, arrogant assholes or frickin' Cockney chimney sweep-esque people?
You don't have the first idea.
I'll come back.
Oh, this mop and bucket is my best friends, they is.
I don't know. Maybe try asking the nurse. Maybe she can remind you or something. I don't know how you're going to ask her in a
Oui, monsieur?
suspicious way.
Do you want this?
Doesn't it actually, the
You
image of that
like
look like a
measuring
ball in a
blood
cup?
pressure?
Yeah. Do you want it back?
No.
That's what I was thinking.
Okay.
How do you
Thank
use
you,
this?
Au revoir,
Oh,
monsieur.
yeah.
You just swing it. You got to time it just right.
Oh, I know. I think we gotta go back and talk to the first doctor. And whoa, hello.
What?
Hi. My name's George Stobart.
Yes, sir?
Jimmy Olsen got a medical degree, everyone!
Call me George if you like.
Are you sure?
Yeah, that's my name.
My name's Benoit, but everyone calls me Benny.
I thought that was the
Buddy.
real
That's
Ghostbusters
right.
version of
I used to have
Egon.
this cute habit when I was a kid.
Keep it to yourself, Benoit. Do you know
Barnaby this.
anything about a patient named Marquet?
And no, sir, I don't know much about any of the patients.
I've never met a doctor who admits that he's only human.
I'm only a trainee, sir. I'm sure I'll get the hang of things.
I am Medical Tron 5000. I have passed medical school.
Do you know the nurse on Ward J2?
No, monsieur, this is my first day here. I can't wait to get my hands dirty. I was talking about treating my first
He's going to be
patient,
real
of course.
disappointed
I
because
didn't
Mr.
think I'd
Shiny's
get
been
my
doing a
hands
great
dirty
job.
with the nurse.
Shut up, Benoit.
Okay, sir.
Oh my god. Not only is he pretending to be a doctor, he's pretending to be in charge.
Shake my hand.
Fucking
Benoit.
house.
I don't think that's a good idea, sir.
How come?
Dermatitis.
I don't have dermatitis.
Chris, the people who become the leaders are the people who act like leaders.
That's true. That's why I put on a suit and just walked in the Titan Towers and be like, okay, I'm rebooking WrestleMania.
Does this gem mean anything to you?
Not me, sir?
Do you know what this white powder is?
No, sir?
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, monsieur. I've never seen him before.
Well, too bad. I guess you failed your training. Get out of my hospital.
Does this false nose mean anything to you?
No, it doesn't.
What
Is
does
it,
this
is
tissue
it strange
mean
that he has to point out
Is
that
that
it's a
the
false
nasal
nose? As if people are going to be like,
No.
dear God, where did you find that nose? Did you rip that off a man's face?
So realistic.
What does this tool suggest to you?
Isn't that used to snap the patient's ribs when exploring the abdomen?
Only if you're in a pinch.
I've played Surgeon Simulator 2013. That looks pretty close.
Have you ever
So
heard
you
of the
use
12
one
elements?
from a sewer.
sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look, money is tight, Andy, in the medical profession.
Have you ever heard of a guy named Merlin?
No, sir.
Here, take this pressure gauge.
Thank you, sir. What do you want me to do with it?
Well, keep it safe until I think of something. See you later.
Right.
Okay, so now when we walk by that guy and he says, "Doctor, you haven't taken our blood pressure yet," we can say, "I don't have a blood pressure machine." We could have done that before, we've been lying, but you know, we can say it with an air of confidence now, and it'll let us go.
Excuse me, sir.
Aha! Just the man. You must be the new boy.
Yeah, I must be.
Well,
Look at those bright red
wandering about
glasses
and
he
make
has.
yourself useful. Bunny,
It's
come
Bono.
here, boy.
I was gonna say he looks like he's gonna jump in a
This is
TV to
Benoit,
hang out with
my
Teddy.
nephew. Can I trust you to look after him?
No.
Do your own babysitting, Gramps. Who do you
Ow!
think you are, anyhow?
I am Felix Hagenmeyer.
And may I say what an honor it is to meet
Oh,
you
he's
in
just like
person,
House,
sir.
except he's a pussy.
You are on my medical wall of fame. Right up there with Pasteur and Leary. I look
Dennis
on it
Leary
as
was a great
privilege.
doctor?
No, an honor.
I think he meant
Look
Dr.
after
Timothy
him.
Leary, the guy that did all that
He
acid,
is
then turned all his
fresh
friends
out
into the
of medical
cops.
school. It will open his eyes to see a real doctor on the job.
I'll bet.
So
no matter what you choose, you have to take this guy.
Some real suffering.
Great. So I always thought George Stobart was a yuppie, but it turns out he's a fucking yippie. That's even worse.
This is the part where they play the music. Da 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 da. Bunny has joined your party.
Hey, Benoit.
Yes, sir?
I'm afraid no ghost.
Do you still have that gauge I gave you?
This is the ultimate doctor's
What do you
test.
want me to
Catch
do?
the ball in this
Keep it
cup.
safe until I think of something. Follow me, Benoit.
I'm right behind you, sir.
Did you see that? He tried to jump right in front of you. Whoa.
Oh! We're neck and neck.
The race is on. No, he just gave up.
Hi.
He knows
me
his
again.
place.
The winner of the Old Man Cup is Dr. George Stobart!
I'll come back later.
Maybe tell him? Yeah, tell the guy.
You haven't finished taking my blood pressure.
Will you keep quiet? You're disturbing the other patients.
I'll keep quiet when you've taken my blood pressure properly.
I
Especially
have to
this
see Jacques
terrible
Marquet
extra who
first.
keeps looking at the camera
How
and
come
waving.
he gets preferential treatment? It's because he's got money, isn't it?
I'll come back when you've dealt with that chip on your shoulder.
This guy right here is worse than the little kid in North by Northwest who sticks his fingers in his ear when the gun goes off. Just, hi, I'm in a video game, everybody!
Hey, Benoit.
Yes, sir?
Don't kill your wife and kids!
Oh
Do you
my
still have that
gosh.
gauge I gave you?
Wow.
What do you want me to do with it?
Use it on Eric Sopmarsh.
Okay.
He just fucking strangles him with it.
Then strangles himself on his Bowflex when he gets home.
I'm Dr. Stobart.
Bonjour, docteur.
Why do you look so scared? God, he looks positively frightened.
You know, he might be having a heart attack or something, which
Check his blood pressure.
pretty good place to
I can't! Oh no, I gave it to Benoit! This man's as good as dead! Fuck! Someone get a doctor quick! Uh-oh.
try shocking him back to life.
It's worth a shot.
Would you like to shake hands?
What for?
As a gesture of goodwill.
On reflection? No.
Maybe he has a fear
Well,
of
then I'm
of
glad
blood.
you're dead.
Maybe he has a fear of blood and he saw someone getting their blood taken and now he's about to pass out. Some people get really
What does
squeamish.
this tissue suggest to you?
It looks as if it has been used to wipe Satan's bottom.
I hate to say it, but you could be right.
Sir,
Satan's bottom is covered in purple face paint.
sir, I have a question to ask you. Are you a warlock or some kind of necromancer? Because you seem to know a lot about the fecal matter of the beast, the unholy one.
Do you recognize this red nose?
Don't get cute with me.
It looks like the same nose that Satan wears at parties that we go to. For I am Shazzlebat, the unspoken one.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, I have never seen him before.
Can you think of any sensible use for this plaster?
Sensible? No. Puerile? Yes. But you've probably thought of those already.
Yeah, I tried to fuck it, but nothing came of it.
What do you think this tool is used for?
Branding mice without bending down.
That's probably the most creative one we've got so far.
I think this guy might be an evil warlock. Who else would do that?
Have you ever heard of the Club Alamet?
No. It sounds Middle Eastern.
Are you Thomas Merlin of Gruber Electronics?
No.
Then you won't be needing this. Have you heard of a guy called Marquet?
He's in quarantine, Doc. Right behind this here door.
Marquet is just the man I wanted to see.
I wouldn't go in there if I was you. He has anthrax.
Oh, cool, on like CD or MP3.
I have to visit my patient.
What for?
Routine. I have to check he's still breathing.
What if he's not?
I'll sign the certificate and register his bed as vacant.
That's a cold and distant attitude to death.
Well, I've been institutionalized to the point of godlike aloofness.
The white coat
Explains a lot.
Thanks. Have you seen any suspicious characters on the ward?
I have.
A gorilla and a weasel?
No. This was a tatty old bear.
How is the bear acting suspiciously?
He was
Well,
disguised as a
he was
little
wearing
black
a
rain
umbrella.
cloud.
Is that against the law?
No, but it's pretty weird for a bear.
I was using colorful euphemisms. Did you see an actual bear? Is there a bear loose in the hospital?
Chris, did you not see it while
recognize
you were
this gem?
in the closet getting the
It
jacket?
is
He
an
walked by.
emerald, Is it?
Damn it.
Yeah, I think so. Catch you later, officer.
Au revoir, Doc.
Okay, so I think George Stobart's gonna walk into the room with the guy with the anthrax, and it'll all be okay.